Hey everybody, welcome back to Creating Hanley. I am Kimberly at Creating Hanley, and I talk mostly about quilting, but in the spring I will talk about gardening. And sometimes my cats come into the video. But anyway, today we're talking about quilting, and I want to show you this book that I purchased. And I thought this book was different, so I had a different expectation on this book. So for 2023, the end part of 2023, I wanted to prepare for the quilts year for 2024. And so I thought this book, look at the title, the Quilt Block Bible, over 200 traditionally inspired quilt blocks by this lady, Rosemary Youngs. So I thought this is going to be a fantastic book. And when I read the description, it shows pictures of what the quilt block looks like. It shows the fabric requirements, the cuts to make, how much you need, and the instructions to put it together. So I was super excited to get this book. If any of you have this book, you know what I'm going to say next. So I open up the book, and I put little fabric pieces in here as bookmarks, by the way. So I open up the book, and I'm just going to go to the middle, and expecting to see beautiful quilt blocks, which I do. I'm like, yay, look at these. So this is just an example. This happens to be the flying geese section. So they have different sections in this book. There are different, I don't want to say chapters, but different segments or different ways that they have categorized the blocks. And this happens to be the flying geese section. Anyway, look at that. That looks incredible. I love it, right? And then I was like, okay, well, on the next page or close to there is going to be the instructions on what you need to do, right? So I turn the page and, more beautiful blocks. And then I'm like, okay, well, where are the instructions? And then I turn the page and more beautiful blocks. It's basically just a picture book, guys. It's basically a picture book. So what you have to do, the instructions are online. So now I don't have it right in front of me. Now I have to go online. And I was really hoping that would not be the case. Actually, I didn't think that would be the case at all with this book. But it is. So somewhere in here, you have to find where the website is to go to. And so here we go. Here's the contents. So the book is and this, by the way, is not really this is not a book review. This is kind of a little bit of a gripe that I have, but I wanted to prepare. So I'm backing up here. Basically, I wanted this book to help me figure out, plan my 2024 block of the year, how I'm going to do this. And when I got this, I was really disappointed because all the pages are just pictures. You can see every one of these pages is just a picture. And they're beautiful, by the way. They're beautiful pictures. Look at those. They're again, with the geese. They're really nice. And this lady actually did the quilts. And in some of the back, she did... and she talks about making a quilt blanket, which I absolutely love making quilt blankets. That is my thing. So you already know in the previous video or a couple previous videos, I mentioned I'm not very good at binding. And actually, this little seat thing right here, this is a design that I did myself. I created this applique. I'm getting way off topic, but I created this myself. I had this idea in my head, and I wanted to do this yin-yang thing. And anyway, I tried to bind this, and I showed you my mess on the back. Wait, where is it? Like my mess on the back on how I bind. And I'm not very good at binding. That's actually not too bad. But this part right here, right? So for me, binding is not good. But if I had made a blanket, turned it inside out anyway. If I had made it this way, like the quilt blanket, that would have been better. But I wanted to show you how to sash our Sew a Year Full of Stars and then how to bind everything. So that was my demonstration, which I did a very poor job of. However, in this book, this lady this lady tells you how to, put, and these are some of the contributors. Where are we here? So it tells you how to make the quilt blanket. And in here, there is some instruction on how to do that, but not on how to construct every single block. So all the blocks, beautiful pictures, I love it, but there are no instructions on how to do it. And that's kind of my gripe with this book. And when I read the preview of it, I didn't see where it would say I have to look it up online. Maybe I just overlooked that part or I didn't see it, but I was really disappointed. Anyway, I think this block would be really cool. Old snowflake star to make. And then along with that, I was thinking of making the snowball, and I think by now we all know wait, where'd it go? We all know how to make a snowball, right? I've mentioned that in other videos. But look, the snowball, and then I think that old snowflake star would be pretty cool together. Now this is much more intricate than the snowball, for sure. But I was thinking maybe if I make the snowball smaller and have 4 snowballs to one of those snowflake stars, I think that might be cool in an entire quilt. So it'd be like a 4-patch of snowballs next to the snowflake star, and then you just alternate those. I think that would be really cool in a quilt. And that was my idea for January. Do those 2 quilt blocks for January. So let me know what you think about that. But so it's not really, I'm not reviewing this book. I'm just saying if you get this book, just know it's just a picture book. And I could potentially figure out how to do this and then come up with my own dimensions if I wanted to make it. Like say I wanted to make this, say this was a 10-inch block and I wanted to make a 12-inch block, I would just use my own dimensions. But chances are these are 2.5-inch blocks, right? Like you would use a jelly roll for this. Yeah, but if you wanted to use a charm patch, like you could use charms for this and make it a really big block. So yeah, so anyway, that's what I was thinking. So I kind of got off topic there. But just know if you get this book or if you have this book, you have to go online to get the dimensions and the directions. So I'm still going to use this book for the time being, although I'm going to hunt for a different book that has the directions and everything in it. And I wanted a lot of blocks. I didn't want just like a few. I wanted definitely over 200. Yeah, so and also the nice thing about when I read the review for this is said that it had some historical facts too. And it does, but it's only like a little bit. So just a few historical facts. Which is what I was trying to find in the previous years. So it's Year Full of Stars, I wanted to find some history on those blocks. And that's kind of what I'm curious about too, the history on some of these blocks and how they were created and how they received their names and, all that stuff. So like when it first came about. So I was a little bit disappointed with the book, but maybe if I go online and see more online, but like I said, I wanted it in my hand. I don't want to go online to look at, because I do that all day long. I search for, well, not all day long, but I already do that. I search for quilt blocks online. If I wanted to search for quilt blocks online, I would not have purchased this book. Do you know what I mean? Right? So anyway, but it is a thick book. There's a lot in here. And like I said, the pictures are beautiful. I love them. They're nice. They're nice pictures. They did a really good job. And you can see how simple it is. It's the simple format. And it's a good, excuse me, it's a good It's a nice book, and maybe someday I'll give this away. Maybe this will be a free giveaway on my channel at some point. But right now, I just wanted to just kind of like peruse through it. So be on the lookout for a quilt block of the month, because I will do that, and I actually would like to do 2 blocks. And there's actually enough stars in this that I did not do. Like, there's enough quilt star blocks that I did not do last year that I could actually do another sew a year full of stars part 2. And I've been thinking about that. Maybe I'll do another sew a year full of stars part 2. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. What you want. Do you want to see another sampler block just with stars? Or do you want to see a sampler, or I should say a sampler quilt with a variety of stars? So a sampler quilt block with just stars every month like we did last year, or another sampler quilt with a whole bunch of different types. And maybe we could do like flying geese this year. Maybe it'll be the year of the birds. Actually, you know what, guys? It's the year of the dragon. So I had another idea, and this would be a little bit separate from this one, but I had an idea of doing a dragon quilt this year. What do you think? There are a lot of other types of dragon quilts out there, and there are already some patterns that you can purchase, but I was thinking of making my own, and I tried to start that last night, and I got blocked. I got not a writer's block, but I got overwhelmed, I guess I should say. I don't know how to go about doing that. Anyway, but I do want to design a dragon quilt. What do you think about that, guys? Would you like to see something like that? So anyway, long and rambling, I know, but let me know what you want in the comments. Do you want another Sew a Year Full of Stars part 2? Do you want 2 blocks a month? Do you want a sampler quilt with a whole bunch of different types of blocks? Do you want the dragon quilt? Like, what is it that you want? Tell me. And I want to do it all, but I only have so much time. So let me know exactly what you want, and we'll focus on that. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and I will be back with more soon. Enjoy the snow if it's snowing where you are. And if you have to shovel, I feel for you, because I did that already today. So anyway, we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.